Meet Bob. Bob is checking out your sales page. Let's say you happen to have the perfect solution for the problem Bob's having. The price is right, the proof is there, so all should be good, right? But guess what? Bob doesn't buy. Why? Well, he probably thinks he'll do it later. No need to hurry, no time to buy now. You see, people by nature tend to put things off, even things in their best interest. What you need is scarcity, because scarcity drives action. Scarcity is pain, fear of loss, and people want to avoid this, which is why scarcity is so powerful and effective to get your prospects to take action now. With Ali Marketing's time trigger, you can now add this powerful element into your marketing material. I'll let Marcus show you a quick demo.
This video, I'll quickly show you how to use the Ali time trigger software, to add a timer to your page, whatever page that you own. So first thing, let's log in into the time trigger interface. So the first thing that you can choose is the type of timer, whether it's fixed or evergreen. Now fixed is self-explanatory. It's your classic set a date into the future, and then the timer will start counting down to that particular date, right? But the interesting one is actually evergreen one, where you can actually and I'll show you why it's evergreen in just a moment. But with evergreen, you can see that you can specify days, hours, and minutes. So if I set to a day, then the timer will count down for 24 hours, and this is per person who visits the page. And perhaps it will be easier if I go through an example. So let me do that. So let's say that I have like a page that looks something like this, right? A deal page, which offers a special coupon for a product on Amazon for 52% off or something like that, where they can get a coupon code by going to the Amazon listing. But this deal only lasts for a limited amount of time, right? So I'm going to say this deal expires on, and I'm going to put the timer right here. And this is pretty effective. So for instance, if you had like a Facebook ad that had this kind of image, right, and it says insane Amazon sale 24-hour special offer, and let's say if anyone on Facebook clicks on this ad, and that takes them to this page, naturally, since this is 24 hours, we would want the timer to start counting down to 24 hours from now. Okay, so that's the whole idea. So let's do that, right? And the way this works is, okay, one day, that's 24 hours. Now after expiry, what I want to happen is to redirect from this page to this page. Sorry, offer has expired. So all I do is copy the URL for this, and then I'll come here, paste it in, and the rest, so I'll leave this for custom for now. For the size, I'll do large, and you can change like the color if you wish, and you can see it updates in real time, right? But I'm just gonna go back to what it was before, which is that actually I think it's something like, it doesn't really matter, just leave it like that. and I'm going to display the time label text as well. And that's all I need to do. Generate code, and there's two pieces of code that you need to copy and paste. The first one, it says go into the head section, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to bring up the HTML code for this. Now don't let this intimidate you because it's actually quite straightforward. You just come to the head section here, and then paste that block of code in here, and then for the timer itself, I want it to come after this deal expires on. So if I come over to my code, you can see that this deal expires on, and so it's just right over here. So I'm gonna copy this piece of code and then come back here and paste that in. And similarly for the very end of the page, again it repeats. So I'm going to add another timer to the end. After this deal expires, where is it? This deal expires on, here it is. So I'm going to paste that in. Let's refresh this and see what we've got. And you can see that it immediately counts down from 24 hours down to 0. Okay, and why is this evergreen? Well, because as you know, when I refresh the page, it went immediately 24 hours. So if someone else were to visit this URL, it would also start counting down from 24 hours for that particular person. So it's person specific, right? It's not a fixed timer that's common to everybody, and this is why it's evergreen, because it means that I can run an ad like this every single day, right? Even though it's 24 hours, because it's 24 hours as applicable to each particular person who clicks on the ad and comes to this page, right? And I hope that makes sense why it's called evergreen. So let me now quickly demonstrate what happens if once it counts down to 0, and I will just very quickly change the timer to a minute to make this go faster. Okay, so let me generate this again, and I'll copy this and replace the code with the new code that's generated, and then refresh it, and then let me refresh this page, and you can see it's counting now from a minute. So we will wait. Actually, I'll pause the video and come back when it's like 5 seconds to go. Okay, so 5, 4, 3 to go, 2, 1, and then it redirects. Okay, and that's exactly what we wanted. So as you can see, this is very handy tool for you to add time scarcity to your offer or whatever you can think of, right? To add that sense of urgency for people to start taking action immediately. Let me just demonstrate that these other styles you can use, like LED glow, western, flipper, but the one that I use most of the time is this one. But it's good to know that there's all these other styles that you can use as well. Okay, and so that's it really. So I hope that you can see that it's not hard to get a timer going with this tool that you now have in your hands. So I hope that you put this to good use and really inject some urgency into your offers. Thank you.
So as you can see, with Time Trigger, you can get your timer up in no time at all. So go ahead and inject Time Trigger into your marketing and take things to the next level.